Good evening. On behalf of the board of Glacier Peak Institute, I'd like to welcome all of you and thank you for being here tonight. My name's Wes Lauer, and I've been on the board now for about 5 years. I'm also a professor of civil and environmental engineering and environmental science at Seattle University, so the educational mission of Glacier Peak Institute really resonates with me. A few years ago, I was fortunate to find myself working on a project on the Skagit River with a group of 4 students from Seattle U. The students actually won a national award for the work that they did, and through that project I really recognized how helpful doing work on a real place in a real outdoor setting is for education. Since that time, I've been able to bring students up to the area where my family has a cabin just outside of Darrington, and I've been able to bring students up there very regularly. And once again, the opportunities for environmental education are really obvious. And it's one of the things that I really love doing, and I love also being able to support Glacier Peak Institute in that kind of work. One of the things that really impresses me about what Glacier Peak Institute has been able to do is the focus that it's been able to maintain on place. Glacier Peak Institute recognizes that the work that it does in environmental education is really best done when you sort of recognize the natural history and the natural boundaries of a place. And I really like, as an earth scientist, the idea of focusing on the places that have been shaped, literally shaped in many ways, by Glacier Peak. Another thing that for me as an engineering educator that I really appreciate is the focus on science, technology, engineering, and math, but the recognition that that's really done best in a holistic way by incorporating things like recreation, like art, and like hands-on skill building into the other work that Glacier Peak Institute does. I think that makes the projects way more meaningful and more memorable for everyone who participates in them. I know I've been able to support a few Glacier Peak Institute programs, and I definitely remember the hands-on work that we've been able to do. It's really fun, and I hope that it's exciting and enjoyable, and I think that it is for the students that participate in it. Another thing that is worth mentioning about Glacier Peak Institute is its connection with community. We've been working as a board on some strategic planning for the past few months, and just about everything that we've done has focused in some way or another on communities. That work leads to a set of opportunities, and we have a lot of connections in the community. Board members usually have some local connection, either because they live in the community or they visit from time to time, like I do, and that leads to opportunities to act quickly when a problem presents itself. So in the case of COVID, the organization Glacier Peak Institute's work has been able to, we've been able to pivot really rapidly in November when some funds became available for doing some community development planning. That's something we wouldn't have been able to do if we didn't have those connections, and it's been a privilege to be able to work on projects like that. So once again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here. I really appreciate that you're making time in your evening to support an organization like Glacier Peak Institute. I hope you enjoy the evening, and thank you very much for your support.